Hello, everybody. This is John Paval with Access Arts Live and the Wednesday, December 3rd live stream update for today. Today, there are 4 exciting live streams going on that I can't wait to tell you about. Before I go any further, let me remind you, do yourself a favor. If you love the performing arts and want to have access to more than 1,000 live performances online this year, do yourself a favor and follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live. We're on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, LinkedIn, wherever you are, whatever your favorite place to hang out is, you can probably find us there and then easily get all these notices for all this great stuff that's going on. Having said that, let me move without further delay into talking to you about today's 4 highly interesting, high-quality live streams that are going on. The first of them is coming to us at 6 o'clock in the evening European time, noon on the East Coast, and 9 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. It's Mozart. It's a Mozart Christmas time. Wednesday, December 3rd. It's the Artbene is live streaming Christmas with Mozart, a sand animation mystery. This will be the organ team of Anna Vetlugina and Dmitry Maximenko. They are respectively the head organist at the Roman Catholic Cathedral in Moscow and at the Anglican Cathedral in Moscow. And they're going to be telling the Christmas story. Actually, the Christmas story is going to be told via sand animation. And I can show you the sand animation artist here too, Lydia Miller, who regularly does this kind of thing at the Roman Catholic Cathedral. If you're not familiar, you can see her during the concert projected on the screen. You will see the images of her as she is creating these different lovely sand animation images of telling the story. And let me give you an example of what this looks like. She's in the process of completing, this was from The Princess and the Pea a few weeks ago. And you may see her hand over there in the upper left-hand corner. She's drawing in a third face there. And so each picture is drawn from scratch anew to describe the new stage in the story. And what they're doing is there are a number of titles of episodes. There was no room for them in the hotel, and that's accompanied by the Mozart's Fantasy in C minor, arranged by Vetlugina for the organ. All of this stuff is arranged for the organ by Vetlugina and Maximenko. Then Adoration of the Shepherds is a sonata in F major. Arrival of the Magi, overture to the opera Die Zauberflöte, the magic flute. Then the Flight into Egypt, Symphony number 40, Herschel number 550, arranged by Vetlugina and Maximenko together. So to me, I just love watching this combination of sand animation and music and having and tying in these different pieces of Mozart to the moods or the events of these different parts of the story is something I haven't seen before. And if you're a Mozart lover or an organ lover or a sand animation lover or just curious, check this out. I really recommend it to you. And again, that's Lydia Miller. She's the sand animation artist. And Anna Vetlugina and Dmitry Maximenko. And they play together on a regular basis. So this is nothing new for these folks. They are a very practiced duo at the organ together. Now, simultaneously, if that does not appeal to you, there's this lovely concert coming out from Madrid. We go from Moscow to Madrid at 8 o'clock in the evening, European time, Wednesday, December 3rd. March Vivo is live streaming another installment of its series, Ravel Among the Spaniards, with Stéphane Degout, the French baritone opera singer, and Simon Lepper, the British collaborative pianist on the piano. Stéphane Degout comes out of Lyon. He has won the Lyric Artist of the Year twice. at the French Victoire, which is their big annual celebration for music in 2012 and 2019. Simon Lepper teaches collaborative piano at the Royal College of Music, and these two have been performing at the Ravinia Festival, the Edinburgh Festival, at La Monnaie, the opera house in Belgium, etc. They have an album out together called Ballade, Poème d'un jour, Poems of a Day. And what they're doing, this is a series all about the fascination of Ravel and those around him for Spanish music and Spanish culture at the turn of from the 19th to the 20th century. They'll do several pieces by Ravel, then they do several pieces by Fauré, including la di 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 da 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 la da 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 la di 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 après un rêve. And then they do several pieces by Schumann, Belsazar, and Spanish's Liederspiel. So this is reflecting the Spanish. And there's a very Don Quixote aspect to this program. They play 4 songs about Don Quixote by Jacques Ibert. Then they do L'Horizon Chimérique, the Chimeric Horizon by Fauré, and that I think is a reference to Don Quixote too. And they finish up with Ravel's Chanson Espagnole from his popular chants, and Don Quixote a Dulcinea, Don Quixote a Dulcinea. If you're into Ravel and the Spanish connection, great concert by very top people. That's not all, though. Today, if that isn't enough, well, then we have a Schubert marathon, which is going on today, and I have never heard of any artist performing this kind of a Schubert marathon. Wednesday, December 3rd, 92 NY begins a Schubert marathon, which will include all 3 of Schubert's song cycles, Die Schöne Müllerin, Winterreise, and Schwanegesang, each of them on a different night, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, December 3rd, December 5th, December 7th. That's at 92 NY, so it's not free of charge. There's a $25 charge for each for the live stream. For each of these, people attending in person are paying twice as much or more. I have never heard of anybody doing all 3 Schubert song cycles in a week. I think that would be like doing La Bohème 3 days in a row. I mean, the amount of singing that's involved. Anyway, it's Konstantin Krimmel and Bushakevitz. I'm sorry, forget his first name. Amiel Bushakevitz, who are doing this. And they've been playing together. They were just the last month, they were at the Concertgebouw doing a program of ballads. They played several concert halls in Deutschland. They were at the Oxford International Song Festival. They've got a recording out with the 2 of them from July 2024, songs by Schubert and Lowe. Bushakevitz is working on recording all of Schubert's piano works for the Hensel Classics label, and you can find several installments of it already out there. And Krimmel and Bushakevitz made their New York debut back in February at the Park Avenue Armory to acclaim. They were doing all Schubert Lieder. But look, if you're a lover of Schubert, or if you're someone who aspires, like you're an aspiring tenor or baritone who aspires to singing them, you get all 3 of them in a row. This is just amazing. Not something to be missed. If you're a Schubert lover, a Lieder lover, or an aspiring singer yourself, to see this guy pull this off. Okay, if you've got the 25 euros in scratch, or twice as much, and you're in New York City and you want to check it out. And then there's one more live stream today. I try to do these daily updates in 5, 6, 7 minutes. There's no way to do it that quickly today because there's just too much to tell you about. Finally, I can be a little more brief on this last one. The Bournemouth Symphony, December 3rd at 8:30 in the evening European time, live streams music by the great romantic composers Dvorák, Bruch, Humberdinck, and Tchaikovsky. This too is not free of charge. It's 11 pounds to watch the individual live streams of the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra. That's Dvorak's Overture to Carnival, Opus 92, Bruch's Violin Concerto No. 1 in G major, Humperdinck's Hansel and Gretel, well, excerpts from that, and then Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake Suite. The conductor is a young guy. He's Enyi Okpara. He's been the assistant conductor there only since 2024, since last year, and the soloist is an experienced Russian violinist, Nikita Borisogledski, who has played this before, and he's circulating around. He'll be playing the Elgar cello concerto at Gulbenkian in March. He played with the Helsinki Phil Zinoviev's concerto in October. So he's circulating around in Western Europe. Interesting thing about Enyi Okpara, he just finished up his master's at the Royal Academy of Music in 2024, and then got this assistant conducting job. Well, he was studying under Sian Edwards, the woman who heads up the conducting teaching at the Royal Academy. And guess who was conducting the Bournemouth Symphony last week? Sian Edwards. So maybe they were in town together talking about this. Anyway, look, this is all great stuff to experience. It isn't every Wednesday of the year that you get so much good material to think about enjoying. Two of them are free of charge, and although you have to choose between those two, and then two of them that will cost you something, but it's quality stuff if you have the scratch to manage it. I hope that any of these things will uplift you or inspire you or just be a heck of a good time. They all seem to me able of doing so for anyone of a wide variety of different taste. With that, I will just remind you, if you see this clip on wherever you see this clip, you can subscribe to and or follow Access Arts Live to get more than 1,000 live links to live performances online like this all year long on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, X, or LinkedIn. And so I will say ciao for now and sign off.